Hello everybody, this is Gareth Cahoon Speaks back here with another video. I'd like you to smack that bell for to get notifications, or hit the subscribe bar if you want to keep up with my content, or give me a thumbs up if you like the video, or alternatively you could look up my website at www.garethcahoon.co.uk. Psalms 135, verse 5 to 6. If I forget you, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget its skill. If I do not remember you, let my tongue cling to the roof of my mouth. If I do not exalt Jerusalem above my chiefest joy. Hi everyone. There has been a hostage rescued by Israel. He is a Bedouin Israeli Arab who was rescued by Israeli Defense Forces from a tunnel in Khan Yunis. He is a father of 11 and was celebrated by all Israel. He had a child of his own born while he was in captivity and a few grandchildren as well. So he's extra blessed to be home, to be able to see all of his new children. He was celebrated by all Israel like he was an Israeli himself, which speaks a lot about the lie that is told that Israel, being an apartheid state, is being an apartheid state, which is a lie from the pit of hell and used to demonize Israel. It's a little known fact, but there are Arabs working in Israel, in the hospitals, in the schools, in the ambulance service. There are doctors, judges, and even Israeli Supreme Court judges. There are Arabs in the Knesset. There are Arab parties who vote just like the Israelis. It says a lot about Israel. Israel is being fired upon daily by rockets and drones. They are facing terror attacks within Israel, spurred on by the global community and their free Palestine agenda. Palestine does need to be free, but free from Hamas and Hezbollah in Lebanon. Israel is the shining light of democracy in the dark world of the Middle East. In the Hamas Charter, it states that the only role for women is in the home, cooking, cleaning, and looking after the children, which effectively brings women back to the Dark Ages with no prospects for the future. Hamas is a genocidal organization run by a bunch of genocidal maniacs with one thing on their mind: the destruction of Israel. In other news, there are thousands of Israelis who cannot return home because of the drones and rockets being fired in their vicinity. So pray that these poor Israelis would be able to return home as soon as possible. But in some good news, often I tell you about God sending out the shepherds to usher Israel back to her own land. But if they didn't come back when he sent out the shepherds, then he would send out the wolves, and the wolves would hunt them up every mountain they climbed and on down every hole they dug. So because of the global anti-Semitism, 300 Jews returned home from the nations in what has become known as the global Aliyah. You see, Israel will prosper because when Yahweh utters something out of his mouth, it doesn't return void until it fulfills the purpose of which it was sent out. It is also important to note that 75% of all murders in Israel are Arabs, not Jews. So, as my Granny Robinson would say, put that in your pipe and smoke it. You see, Israel is that bright light in the dark world of the Middle East. Israel has done things that are unimaginable. It has made the desert bloom. It has turned Jerusalem into a beautiful oasis. It has made leaps and bounds in medicines. 7 out of every 10 medications that we use in Britain comes from Israel. There's so much that we have that Israel was responsible for. The fax machine, our mobile phones, my diabetes monitor that I have in my arm was first produced in Israel. Israel was the first country to make a goldfish drive a car. Israel is so high tech, yet it has kept the old places where Yeshua, Jesus, walked. They almost look the same as whenever he was here the first time. They've dug out the pool of Siloam. They're doing wonderful things. They've built a lift to enable disabled people to get down to the Western Wall to be able to pray. It's such a miracle, Israel is, that so many things have happened, yet Israel is still secure. Israel are still in their own land, and it is a glorious thing to witness. So if you don't know about these things about Israel, I implore you to look more into it, because Israel isn't anything that the world says it is. It is a glorious shining light, and I feel all the more privileged to have seen that light shine in my day and in my generation. Shalom, Maranatha, hallelujah.